So you've been producing for a while, but let's be honest, what level are you really at? Most producers hit a plateau because they don't actually know where they are, or what they need to focus on next. That's why I've created the Streaky scale of music production. It's a 9-level journey that I've personally lived over the last 40 years of living and working around music. This is the clearest way to find out where you're stuck and how to move up to the next level. So let's find out where you are. Level 1 is the curious beginner. You're here if you've just opened a door for the first time. You're dragging loops around, you're pressing buttons without really knowing what's happening. Tutorials go straight over your head, but you're hooked. Time spent here is between a few days and a few weeks. Your mindset at this point is, this looks fun, but I'm completely lost. To evolve from here, you need to pick one door, you need to watch a music production video that is start to finish in that door, and then copy because understanding comes from repetition. Okay, now level 2 is the early explorer. So you're here if you've already got your door and you've started to put together some really basic beats. You're experimenting with MIDI, recordings and plugins. Your tracks are messy, but you just can't stop. Time spent here is between 1 and 3 months. With the mindset of, I'm kind of doing it, aren't I? To evolve, you need to complete full tracks. Quality at this point doesn't really matter. You just need the quantity to get the reps up. On to level 3, which is a structured beginner. You're here if you understand intro, verse and chorus. You're learning all about EQ, reverb and compression. You've moved on from just doing loop sections and you're now producing full tracks. You'll spend about 3 to 6 months at this level. Your mindset is, I can put tracks together, but it just doesn't sound pro now. So to evolve from this section, start referencing pro mixes. Match their structure, energy and transitions, because your ears are the best tool. My tip for this would be try and completely copy somebody else's track that you really like, because it'll give you an understanding of what's actually gone into that mix and it will really start tuning your ears up. On to level 4, which is the skilled amateur. You're here if you know what you want your track to sound like. You're starting to choose better sounds and you're mixing a little bit more intentionally. You've asked for feedback and you're making real improvements. Now you're going to spend time here is about 6 to 12 months. The mindset is, I really know what I want, but I just find it hard to get there. To evolve out of here, you're going to have to get into really critical listening, which is kind of listening to pro tracks, working out what's going on in those, and get some tidbits online from those people so that you can really see what goes into their mixes. Number 5, intermediate producer. You're here if you're finishing full tracks on a regular basis. This could be like 1 track a week, 3 tracks a month, something like that, but it's regular. You've got a smooth workflow, your mixes are getting consistency. You've built your own production templates and you're realizing that that is giving you a consistency with every track you do, and it means you can produce tracks a lot quicker. You'll also be releasing music at this stage and you'll be just getting that small following and people talking to you about your stuff. So your time spent here is between 1 to 3 years. The mindset on here is, I'm pretty solid, but I need more traction. So it's really focusing in on what you're doing and getting a style and a vibe at this point. It's sort of early days of getting really good. So to push on out of this zone, you need to start collaborating, playing your tracks to strangers, listening to them in different environments. You're really honing your sound. You're really getting your little crowd together. You're really in a niche now. You're starting to make some waves. On to number 6, which is semi-pro. By this stage, you've been hired for music projects by labels. You've got your mixing kind of translating on all systems, feeling a lot more confident about it. You've got a repeatable process every time you make tracks, and this is giving you a really good consistency in sound. So before this, you've struggled to find your own sound, but at this stage, you've really got it, which is why labels are starting to come to you, and you've built a much bigger crowd because you've really got your own vibe and sound through the systems and through the consistency that you've put together. Time spent at this level is between 1 to 2 years. And at this stage, you want it to be your full-time thing. That's the mindset. I really want to take this places now. You're getting a bit of early feedback from labels. It's really starting to feel like you're getting somewhere. So then to get out of here and into the next level, you need to really start thinking like a pro. You need to start being able to work to deadlines. You need to really up your game so that it really does become your profession. Now we're on to level 7, which is the advanced producer. You're here if you're fast, you're polished, and you're in demand. You've got an instantly recognizable style. You're building a name for yourself, and that means others are looking at you for their sound. Now, the time spent here does vary. You could be here forever. That's fine. That's okay. This is the zone where you're making music, you're professional, it's happening, quite happy. We can tick along in here for a while. So the mindset is, okay, I'm comfortable here. I've got this under control, but then now what? Where do I go from here? That's the kind of headspace you're in. So to move up, this is the point where you're already a professional, you can release stuff to deadline, but you're very much a solo artist. You're doing things on your own, or maybe as a part of a collective or something. But what you need to be doing at this point to get yourself to the next level is you need to start building a team around you to be able to do your social media, to be able to do your bookings, to be able to do all the things. So the whole point is, at this point, you're moving from just being that kind of solo working producer to being an actual team and a body of people that are lifting you up to the next level. So all you're doing is focusing on the music and not all the noise around it. Level 8. Now this is the pro level. This is your full-time job. You've got a manager, you've got a team around you. This is your full-time mission. They're feeding into you. You're feeding it back to them. They're getting it out to the labels and things like that. This is what you do. You are right up there. So the time spent here could be anything from 5 to 10 years. It really is kind of really putting in the work there at this point. Your mindset is you're just trying to find ways to get better. You realize that you're always learning, and you realize that, okay, I'm at a really good level, but how do I keep going? How do I keep building? And what do I need to learn? Who can I bring into my team to then really elevate me up even more and get working with some even bigger artists than I'm doing now? Who can I collab with? Things like that. You're really at the level where people want to work with you, you want to work with them, and you've got other people facilitating everything for you. So to get to the top level, you're going to have to, from this zone, just really dig deep, really get a sound, keep going, keep churning, keep finding new people, keep sort of pushing yourself, your boundaries, and really learn everything you need to learn and get the team around you really firing. It's like a real F1 team at this point. Now, level 9. This is the 1% club. You're here if you're shaping music at the highest level. You're working with the world's top artists. Think Taylor Swift, Drake, Beyonce, those kind of people. You're headlining festivals, you're mixing Grammy-winning records. You are the top of the top. So you can spend a lifetime here. This is you, basically. This is you are it. But if you don't want to go back down the spiral, which is very easy to do, you need to keep learning, you need to give back, and you need to start working and keep working with all the highest people that are now coming up behind you. And be able to adapt your style, your sound, whatever you're doing to the next phase. Think Madonna, how she changes her stuff all the time. Think Calvin Harris, how he evolves, that kind of thing. So that's the 9 levels. What level are you at? And more importantly, what are you doing to move up to the next one? Drop what level you are in the comments. And if you want to track your growth, I've made a free PDF Streaky scale map that's linked in the description. I truly believe by having a framework like this and you knowing where you are and what you need to do to get to the next level is invaluable in the world of music production. I also have courses at streaky.com which are designed to help you move to the next level. So if that's what you're after, I've also linked that in the description below too. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep showing you videos of how you can level up. And if you want to know what separates pros from amateurs, just watch this next video now.